before making our way to the 5th dungeon, there's actually a few new items we can get. One of those things is the 5th and final heart container in the overworld. And because we just got the step ladder in the previous dungeon, this allows us to access this new heart container. And the heart container we're shooting for here, it's all the way on the far right side of the overworld. And we actually passed by it earlier, but we just couldn't reach it because we didn't have the step ladder. So what Link needs to do is just head all the way to the far right of the overworld. You can take any path you'd like. You can just avoid any enemies or kill them for some extra rubies, but like I said before, you're only going to need 200 more rubies for basically the rest of the game. So just make your way that way, and once we do get this 5th and final heart container, this will allow us to have enough heart pieces to master our ability where we can get the magical sword, which is the 3rd sword in the game, and it's a huge upgrade over the white sword. And a lot of even these enemies right here with the magical sword, one shot and they're done. So that's going to be really helpful. And the next few dungeons, they're actually going to be a lot more challenging, so we're actually going to really need it. Anyway, just continue all the way right, and we're just about at I wouldn't say it's called the beach, but this is where we're here. We're at the shoreline. Just head up here, and this is the heart container we can get. You want to just get rid of these enemies. You see they're tearing me apart here, but then you can just use the step ladder and step across and grab the heart container. Now we're ready to head over and grab the magical sword. However, unfortunately it's all the way on the other side of the overworld, so you can make your way in any way you'd like. It's actually all the way in the graveyard, so it's all the way over there. Just kill some of these enemies on your way. And actually the 5th dungeon was actually right near this area, just a few screens up. But like I said, it's a good idea to get the magical sword before. You actually don't even need to get it. You don't even need to get it in the entire game. But the next few dungeons, they're really hard if you don't have it. So just continue your way. You wanna sort of just head all the way to the bottom left part of the overworld to get to the Lost Woods, which will actually take us to the graveyard. So you can just maneuver from screen to screen. You can defeat any enemies you like. And once we get the magical sword, there's actually one more item we can get before making our way to the 5th dungeon, and that is the Power Bracelet. And the Power Bracelet, it's used, there's a few secrets in the overworld which use the Power Bracelet, and it's, if you want to complete the game to its fullest, you gotta get the Power Bracelet. So anyway, we're almost at the Lost Woods, and it's just a few screens over here. Defeat these guys, and from this screen, it's just one screen to the left. Here's the Lost Woods. And if you met the old woman, there's actually a secret to get through the Lost Woods, and it's up, left, down, left. So the screen's actually going to be repeating, but if you go in the correct order, you'll make it out of the Lost Woods to the left. The only other way to leave the woods is exit to the right. But alright, now we've exited the Lost Woods. You want to head up 2 screens to get to the graveyard. And here we got a new enemy, the Guineas, and these guys are really tough. It's actually not that they're really tough, they just take a bunch of hits to defeat with the white sword. Anyway, get to the screen and you want to push the grave shown right here, the middle column, 3rd from the left. Here's the old man, master using it, and you can have this. We have enough heart containers, so go and grab the magical sword. Now we can actually make our way towards the next dungeon, and we want to do so by exiting the graveyard to the right. Here we got a few Lionels and some P-hats, and as you can see, the red Lionels only take 1 hit now, and the blue Lionels take 2 hits, which makes it a lot easier for us. Alright, head up a screen. Here we got some more Lionels. You can just avoid these guys. In this screen, you want to tap the top right Armos statue, and it'll awaken, and there we got the Power Bracelet. So just grab it. Now from here, you can head up either one of these ladders. Now we want to make our way right several screens, and here we got some fallen rocks coming from Death Mountain. We don't need to deal with that right now. And with the step ladder, we can actually cross this river, and you can use that for future references. It's an easier access to the top left part of the overworld. You no longer have to go through the Lost Woods. Some more Tektites here in the Zola. Just kill them, avoid them, and head right. Here we got the Lost Hills, and here it's also another overworld puzzle, and you cannot exit through the bottom or the right, and the only way to get to the dungeon is you have to go up 4 times in a row. So it looks like the screen's repeating and you're not getting anywhere, but after going up 4 screens, here you are at the next dungeon.